Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you very much for subscribing and thank you so much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. Today I want to talk about the curious case of Talvin Osborne, otherwise known as Telbo Rackins. Now, this is a man, African American. I'm not sure which state he's from. I don't care to research on it either. Now, what has happened in this case is that he was accidentally shot and killed by his then girlfriend, who she said it was an accident. She was cleaning her gun or pistol and it went off and he got shot. She was arrested and charged for manslaughter and not murder after it being investigated. Now, the reason I am apprehensive in speaking about the state where he's from or anything about him is that this individual was a very, very colorful character. He had a fiend for speaking ill about black women, for posting degrading things about black women, metaphors, similes. He was, in depth in innate hate that he had for women who are black. And he did not hesitate to post it all over social media, all over his page. I get to understand that he also wrote a book about it. And I'm not going to research to find out what exactly is it that's in that book. And some of the comments that he made was, he referred to wanting to rather have sex with a dog. He rather commit bestiality than have sex with a black bitch. And he said that the dog has to be white also. You understand? He referred to black women in many cases, many instances. He tweeted about it. He posted it on his Facebook. His girlfriend happened to be a white woman. And, she was there with him celebrating and all of these type of things. Now, this is a classic case of a coon. And this is a classic case of when the ancestors wake up to your calling. Because obviously he was signaling his ancestors and showing them that he's very ungrateful and he cares not for what they fought for what they died for. And so they woke up and they granted him his wish. He posted, I think the last comment he posted on Facebook was he ride for her, he died for her, he killed for her, and and he died by her, something like that. And I'm looking into it, and when a person, and I need women to understand this, and it's not just black women, when anyone claims to love you to the point where they will commit violence, or they will willfully take out other people, or they will willfully degrade other people, or they will willfully, or even at the expense of tearing down another person, whether it be their ethnic group, whether it be by their physical appearance, or anything for that matter, that is a master manipulator. That person does not love you. There's some sort of control, there's some sort of manipulation that's always taking place in the underlining of that relationship. Because for a person to go to that extreme to prove that he loves and he is actually devoted to the partner who they're with, it shows that something is greatly wrong with you. You can't declare your love for the person with something good. You are going into deep dark tunnels, into boneyard. You are going into a cesspool, into a pit, to define how much you love this person. You want to be declarative about your love and affection for your partner, and by doing so you have to swear that you will take out so many people. You will hate, you rather commit bestiality rather than lie with a woman from the same race, the same color womb that you are from. You understand? And it just goes to show you that a lot of these people are really mentally ill. A coon is a mentally ill person, and you have to stay away from them, whether they be black man or a black woman. A coon is a coon. They are very dangerous people, and you have to stay away from them. There is nothing funny about them. There is nothing funny about their statement. And for all the black men who are laughing or supporting his argument or egging it on, number one, he didn't have nice things to say about black men either. He did not. You can go. I'm not going to research to find that out because it's our posted, because it's out there of the things that he had to say. You understand? And it goes to show you that when you declare something or you profess something, especially in a negative way, you know, it usually comes. And so he was basically summoning his ancestors. He was trying to wake them up, because for you to declare your love for a white woman to that extent, you understand, where you're willing to do all sorts of diabolical things, all sorts of unnatural things, things that are immoral, things that make you morally bankrupt, for you to go to that length to prove your love to a white woman while being a black man, something is clearly wrong with you. Now, he said that he will kill for her, die for you, die by you, kill anybody, kill this, kill that, just to prove that he loved this strange looking white woman too. I would not post up her photos. I'm not giving her any light or anything like that. I'm not giving any clout to it. And it just really shows you the type of diabolical people that we have dealing with in the black community. And that's why I keep saying to you, the guys, that a lot of these black men are extremely dangerous. When you look at the type of crimes that are being committed, type of songs that are out there that promote the type of behavior in these individuals, you realize what you are up against? No, you don't. You know why? Because you are accustomed to it. You are used to it. You hear it every day. You hear the songs promoting it every day. You see the crime every day. So it's like nothing. It's become a national pastime. It's a part of the black culture. It's a part of being black. You understand? There's nothing called peace. There's nothing called respecting each other. There's nothing called brotherly love or sisterly love. And first of all, it's the black community that seems to always declare brotherly this, sisterly that, woke, king, this, that. But yet it commits so much crime against each other. So much crime against each other. The great irony. The great irony. While living in the black community. It is so strange. Now this guy, so we can see that this guy is a coon, he's a traitor, he's a sellout in the purest form. And it's one of the reasons persons need to stay away from people who declare their innate hate that they have for themselves when it comes to their own ethnic group. You have to be careful of the things that they have to say, because oftentimes when they are declaring their love for each other and it's based on hate that you have, or this deep, dark rooted reason to justify your love for an individual, clearly that person is not well. And we're looking at a classic case here before us. When this guy came out, you know, and he strongly believed in the things that he was saying. When you're willing to commit bestiality. And I also question the mentality of a woman who is willing to lie with a man who makes such a declaration. It seems as if, you know, it's two things. Either she's the one who was in charge, she's the one who was pushing him, she's the one who wanted a compliant slave, for that matter, and to the point wherein he has to sell out his own ethnic group in order to profess his love for her. And in order for you to do something like that, you also have to be a coon, because if you're a dignified individual, like conduct yourself and respect your ethnicity and stuff like that, you would never say the things that you have to say, that he said on, and post it on social media for the entire world to see. Or it could be a case wherein he definitely is willfully a master manipulator, and he said these type of things because he really hates black women, he really hates the ethnic group, he really hates his mother or the female family members and stuff like that. And either way of the scale you tip it, he would be a master manipulator. And if it's a woman who, or the white woman who is in a relationship with, that got him to be saying these things or posting these things on social media, she is also a manipulator herself. But luck would have it that she upped him off. Am I going to say, oh yeah, she has no reason for doing it? And she, absolutely not. There are certain people in this world that you have to pray that they die out like disco. You have to pray that they go out. You have to pray that they leave this earth and just go down peacefully. You have to pray for their extinction, because people like those need not to be reproducing. The world has enough trouble dealing with, and a lot of the things that are built in this earth and structure as a part of society was built on hate. It was built on hate that you have for other persons and stuff like that. Racism, as I always say, is an institution, and there are degrees to it. And you know, Malcolm X said it himself, that if the sheets were removed, you'll be surprised to see the type of persons, or some of the persons who are under those white sheets. And many persons thought that he was referring to an actual white person who was in position of power. But sometimes the very own black people are the persons who are also under the sheet.
Hate can come from within. Hate can also be in your bedroom. Hate can be in your family. It's there. Hate exists. Love exists. Hate exists also. And so we have to acknowledge it. We have to see it for what it is. We have to take it for what it is and just decide to depart from it and have absolutely nothing to do with it. You understand? I can understand if he was speaking on a situation or an experience that he was constantly having, or past experience with black women and stuff like that he had, but he didn't say anything of that sort. He was just greatly parading around with a woman of a different race who happens to be white, who happens to be from the lineage of our ancestors committing atrocities onto the ancestors or the lineage he's from, and he's basically proud of it. He has nothing, he has absolutely no reason to respect himself or to respect his ethnic group. And so the ancestors just gave him what he desired and say, okay, then we're going to show you what you really wanted. And there's no turning back. There's absolutely no turning back. I mean, the deep, dark things, and people are going to say that, it doesn't matter. You don't wish death upon anybody. Of course, you can wish death upon people. There are people who are unwanted alive. There are people who are unwanted alive. Their space help to make life extremely difficult for others. And he's one of them. Because the things that he says does what? It pushes racism. It pushes systemic racism. You understand? A lot of persons are denied jobs. A lot of persons are denied employment. They're denied the ability to feed themselves and their family, to take care of themselves and their family, because a racist person decided to deny them employment. And it could be someone like him. It's a black man. Remember the brown paper bag? I've spoken about all these stories over on my Devil Advocate channel, which I think I'm going to upload this on it so you guys will see. I've spoken about it. Racism is not something that you can tip over and say, oh, here there's a white man who hate me, let me stay away from him, or No, it's not as simple as how you guys think it is. It's not that simple. It is not that simple or that easy. So the things that he said was very deep, dark, and evil. And he saw nothing wrong with it. And I always speak about social media championing these type of things. They don't remove the account, they don't block him, they don't strike his account, but you can make a serious comment that is constructive and they will strike down your account, they will remove your account, they will block you, they will do all sorts of things to your account simply because you made a comment that was serious. But here lies a black man that is spreading hate in his own ethnic group, which is the internalized racism, and they saw absolutely nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Mark Zuckerberg saw nothing wrong with it. Mark Zuckerberg saw absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it's the same thing that happens over on YouTube channel, just the same. So it begs you to wonder, like, what exactly does these account represent or, want to do for black people when it comes to the media? Which is why I spoke about it all the time on my channel. And in my videos, I always speak on it. That they tweak the algorithm so that these things can go viral, so that people can see, people can continue the negative stereotype of black people, and young black kids coming up will believe that is how they should behave, and that's what helped them to get by. But food for thought. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye-bye.